All right, welcome to the Dungeon Masters episode 3. Hey, we survived 2 episodes. We're into the third go at this. So those of you who are joining us live, or welcome. Enjoy our unprofessional professionalism. But of course, it is one day before Halloween, so sort of costume-ish. I have this pirate hat that I would wear, but it
I got to showcase my costume then.
doesn't quite fit on the head, but I figure, hey, we're going with the pirate-ish campaign, then pirate paraphernalia would be acceptable. I see Devin's in costume as well, looking very dapper.
I am Alan Quartermain in the Mines of King Solomon.
Oh, very good, Alan Quartermain.
Yeah, before he
man.
became old and Sean Connery. I
That's,
thought it was appropriate.
that's kind of a deep cut.
Before he became old and Sean Connery, because that's what happens when you turn old. When you're an adventurer, you just become Sean Connery. It's inevitable.
That's what movies have taught me.
And Ian has.
No one recognized Mega Man? Come on.
That's amazing.
Damn, I guessed right.
That's awesome.
But it's also damn hot in this thing, so I'm going to take it all off.
Although it is shocking that it took Jack 3 episodes, about 10 hours, to notice that that was the photo that was on stream for him.
It's true.
Hey, listen. I have no defense.
I was gonna say
There's nothing I can say to make myself look good in this
the
situation.
amount of times I referenced it.
Yeah. All right. So, just catching up on what transpired previously. Our band of 4 found themselves in the small village of Tyr. Oh, look, there's Mega Man. It's
There you go,
Ian.
Ian.
They found themselves in the village of Tyr after some scavenging around and looking around. They proceeded to head to the Valeforge Tavern, where they drank some not so good cider, and proceeded to start an investigation into what caused this bad cider. Took them to the Cliffsong Inn up on the hill to see if their cider was similarly tainted, which it was not. They learned that all the cider for both taverns comes from the Maruna brewery. There's an orchard owned by the Maruna family north of the city, and they provide all of the cider. So after some drinking and some merriment, rooms were procured at the Cliffsong Inn for both the 4 adventurers and for the rest of the crew, for Captain Boone and the few that were with him as well. And that is where we left off as you guys headed to bed for the night, most likely waking up, especially Tayland, probably waking up with a little bit of
A raging hangover.
bit of a hangover, maybe.
Only a little
Yeah.
bit of one.
Jeremy, joining us on camera this evening.
Oh yeah, I'm here. I'm alive. I was doing things.
Doing things. Hey.
Partially
Yeah,
putting
what you
clothes
doing?
on because till like half an hour ago I was playing Beat Saber.
Which,
that's-
of course, you
TM.
can only do naked.
I mean, I was wearing like a tank top and my underwear. I don't think that's appropriate for streams. Or at
Alright,
least
that's-
that tank
that's-
top.
TMI,
Yeah.
TMI.
Hey, you asked.
You gotta cover up them shoulders.
I didn't actually.
You call. I mean, Jack called, or one of you guys called out my, well, now rotating dots.
Yeah. Those are very hypnotizing.
Not gonna lie, I kind of like them. Just gotta record
It's a
it and actually like keep that as my actual video.
It's a good look for you.
Not gonna lie, I kind of do like it actually. I'm gonna need to find a way to make that a GIF.
There you go. All right. So as you guys come to in the morning within the Cliffsong Inn, what would you like to do? How would you like to start your day?
Oh.
Greasy
sounds like a good
eggs and
start.
greasier bacon.
Yes, please.
I will have a small salad.
A salad.
At a pub?
I mean,
It's
it is
very
a nice
concerning.
it is a nice establishment, so they do have pretty nice food, actually. But there is lots of breakfast. The kitchens are already um, at work, pumping out food for people kind of scraggling down to the common room, and the morning breakfast is included with your stay, so you can have your
Beer,
fill of.
battered fish and chips.
That's an interesting request, but Char kind of. All right, I think we can take care of that for you. We do have some fish in the box, so.
Do you have any
we'll
port?
get on that. I think we have a few bottles. I mean, it's first thing in the morning. Are you sure?
Ah, yes, port with breakfast, you see.
All right. I mean, you had quite a wee bit to drink last night, but if you think you're up to it, then I'll get a bottle sent right over for you. She takes off into the kitchen. So,
What? It's included.
One might think you're a bit of an alcoholic.
The last man who did that didn't have a chance to say it again.
What, that you're an alcoholic?
I'm too hungover to deal with you right now.
I think you'd have a bit of a hard time doing that.
Why are we here again? This is not the same inn that we got the bad cider in.
I don't know.
Did we get directions, or do we know where the brewery or the cider place, wherever they were getting it from, where do we know where that was?
yeah. So you're told that it's not too far to the north of Tyr. It's hard to miss. There's a path that kind of leads up that way. Not a main road or anything. There's not really main roads outside of the village, but there is a pathway that takes you up towards that.
Well, after wolfing down a very greasy breakfast with a side of port, I think we can gather our belongings that are hopefully now dry, and we can head north. Assuming that our turtle friend eats faster than he walks.
Maybe we could scare up a to-go bowl for him and.
Well, I mean, we have plenty of food, so we can pack your bags full of a few things. We've got some jerky and things like that as well that you might want to take with you.
That sounds delightful. Thank you.
Hi, you're quite welcome. And I know you have the rooms for another night, so I'm assuming we'll be seeing you this evening then.
Assuming this little foray north doesn't go sideways, yeah, we'll see you tonight.
What's the worst that could happen?
You'll see most
I mean-
of us tonight.
You could die. That's probably the worst thing that could happen anytime.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Well, drink to our memory tonight, then. How's that?
How about we just say we'll see you later? All right.
Sounds good, Skipper.
All right. So you guys want to anything you want to do in town, or you just want to head right north to the orchard?
I mean, I feel like the earlier we get there, the better. That's just me.
Yeah. Now, one of you had made contacts with like the town guard. I can't remember who it was.
Yeah, that was me.
Did you
That
want
was
to?
Talon, yeah.
Yeah. should we check in with them to see if this was a widespread thing, or do you want to just head out? I think it's the.
That's a fair point. We could go at least report it. I don't know. How law-abiding do you want to be?
Well, it was more a question of determining the extent of the hit.
Well, if we go and ask around, they're going to want to know why. And when we explain why, they're probably also going to want to go up to the place with us. Or at the very least, tell us not to go and go themselves.
Yeah, that's a fair point. All right.
No, it's I mean, hey, you know, it's their problem, but at the same time, I drank it, and I'm not happy about that.
Yeah, let's go get some answers. Maybe we can go do a little legwork for them and get some more coin.
Now you're thinking.
A wise man did once say it's better to ask for forgiveness than permission.
Oh, and on that we agree.
Or, you know, you just get good at covering up your tracks so you don't have to.
I suppose there's that approach as well. All right, so you guys heading out?
Might as well go investigate it. Yeah, I mean, it's literally a brewery, so I can't imagine like death and terror awaits us.
What could possibly go wrong?
It's Dungeons and Dragons. What could possibly happen?
Stop smiling, Craig.
No.
Bad
Always
means
smile.
bad things.
Does it? Or does it mean that I'm pretending there are bad things, but they really aren't? You never know. Mysterious.
Northwood Ho.
Pretty boring session if nothing happened at all. Just doing the.
I don't know, I do
Sure.
like a good shopping session.
Going on an apple picking tour. That's what you just do for 3 hours.
What are we going to shop for? Do we even have money yet?
Role play. I'm picking apples. This is
I've
great.
got like 14 gold. That's a reasonable amount.
See, I don't think you guys understand how much I like apples, so okay.
Wow, we are not doing a 3-hour apple picking session.
That's a shame.
I'll just throw that disclaimer out.
I've
there.
eaten 6 today, and I'm...
Spoilers.
Spoilers to the
spoilers
number
right
of
there.
apples he's eaten.
Spoiled cider. Haha. All right. So you guys don't want to do anything in town before we head out?
We got a good bit of stuff done last time, I think.
Gotcha.
How much does studded leather armor cost?
More than you can afford.
Yep.
Yeah, it's kind of what I figured. Okay, then no, I'm good.
Yeah, with a little bit of gold that you have, I'm you know, I don't have this thing memorized off by heart. I apologize. I know some DMs out there going, gasp, but
Studded leather. I want to say
I
45.
don't. It's something like, yeah, see, there you go, 45. You're right. I was thinking around the 50 mark. That tends to be kind of where most of the better armor starts. So, with the
Then-
14 gold that you have.
Yeah, I think I'm good then.
All right. All right. All right, here's my puppy. He wants to play.
So we shall venture
Yes.
forth as
All right.
adventurers.
So, following a dirt road north of town that winds through the hills and the woods, you travel for about a little more than an hour or so, and it's actually a pleasant morning. There's just the slightest little bit of a breeze, nice clear sky, nice crisp morning. It's very refreshing, especially after having been stuck in a storm and kind of arriving in town the way that you did. Having a nice clear day is definitely, literally and figuratively, a breath of fresh air for you.
But storms are exciting.
They can be. But so as you enjoy the walk, you eventually come to a clearing, and up ahead you can see a building that has a sign. Just kind of as the clearing opens up, there is a sign that is very nicely painted. It does say Maruna Orchard. So I actually have a map for the orchard on roll 20 that we are going to use today. So huzzah! So you guys should have that loading up on roll 20.
Yep.
Okay.
Coming
Yeah,
through
there we go.
loud and mostly clear for me.
All right.
I think I see everything I'm supposed to see, at any rate.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm noticing
Uh,
some fog of war.
Yes, we are. I am using dynamic lighting for this, so you will only see what you can actually see. You can't see through walls. So no metagaming.
Yet.
Haha.
Not yet.
I really like the dynamic lighting on this. It's a lot of fun to play with. So you come upon the clearing. You see the site of the orchard building up ahead. The building's made of simple field stone and wood, and it stands at the end of the path. And to the side, you can see rows upon rows of apple trees. They cover quite a large distance, actually. You can see that this is quite a large operation, actually. They have mostly apple trees. You can see there are a couple groupings of some different types of fruits, fruit trees and bushes and stuff as well. But apples seems to be the primary fruit they use for their cider. The clearing is quiet and still, oddly so. And as you look
We don't
over
see any movement.
towards the trees, you do see 4 low shapes that as they kind of move out from around the trees, there's a small pack of wolves currently inhabiting the orchard. And they just kind of look and watch in your direction. There are no workers around. The chimneys, there's no smoke coming out of the chimney of the building up ahead. Everything is strangely quiet. I mean, it is early morning, but even still, most people should be up by this point, you'd think.
Yeah,
But
that
there
was
doesn't seem
going to
to
be my main question. Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah,
they're
there
staying
doesn't seem to be
inside
any activity at all around.
Maybe they're staying inside on account of the wolves.
Yeah, but why are wolves at an apple field? That seems. I don't know. It doesn't seem like they'd get much food.
I mean, they are also in a forest, so.
Yeah, there is a lot of woodland all around you. It's kind of you went through forest before coming to this clearing.
Yeah, it still seems weird that they'd be this close to a settlement, though, without any sheep or anything around.
My dog
As
really
they've been
wants to
eating
play.
people.
So
Now
what do
you
guys
said
want?
you said it looks perfectly fine. It's just that there's no activity.
Yeah,
There's
everything's
nothing's like turned over or damaged or anything along those lines.
not from what you can see at this point. It does look like kind of up towards the corner of the building. There's kind of a scrap pile. Looks like you see a wagon wheel. You see a few kind of bits and pieces, wood, machinery, that kind of stuff. But it looks more like an intentional pile. And everything else. I mean, there's a couple of things that are like vehicles and carts that are just kind of laying, dormant. But
So
it's
like it doesn't look like
quiet
stuff
still.
was doesn't look like stuff was discarded in panic. It just looks like it's just been left.
Doesn't seem so, as far as
And
you can tell.
as far as we can tell, the building looks in good enough repair. It doesn't look like it's been left this way for long. Like maybe
No,
a
it looks
day.
it looks really nice. Yeah, yeah. Like the grounds are fairly well kept. There's everything is trimmed nicely. The path looks to be kept. You can even see where there's some wagon ruts that have been filled in and packed in. So
Well,
do you want to go look at the wolves, or do you want to just go in?
I said we go into the building and see where the people is.
All right, can do. Just gonna stroll on up to that door and give it the old knock.
welcome to the stream, Ulfrig. Good to have you. All right, so you guys want to, as you head towards the building, so you actually can control your icons there. There's one for each you. You should be
yep.
able to move yourself around there, and that'll give you sight. So as you start to approach the building, you notice that the wolves are watching you cautiously. They don't attack. They don't move out to intercept at all, but they are definitely interested in what you were doing and kind of watching you from a distance.
where are the wolves in particular exactly?
They're in the
They're over in
orchard.
the orchard to the east.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
to the right of the
yeah.
building.
Yeah,
Oh,
there's
there's
4 of them.
yeah. There we go.
Yeah, so a couple of them kind of move a little bit closer, just taking a peek, just seeing what's going on. But they seem to be keeping their distance. Somebody can make a nature check for me if you want.
I think my nature's pretty good.
Let's see. I don't think mine's
Yeah,
phenomenal. I got a
that's good.
4. Well, 4. Let me roll and add that.
There we go. That's
So a 9.
Got a 19 on the die for a 20 in total.
20. Okay. Their behavior definitely gives you the feeling that they are wary, not of you, but of the building itself. They seem to be intentionally keeping their distance from the building, and don't want to get any closer to it. So the fact that you are near the building, that is to your advantage at the moment. They really don't want to come any closer to it. They're kind of, even as the one kind of moves a little bit closer, it's kind of like, tentatively putting a paw forward. Will kind of look at the building, kind of look, then move back a little bit. It's borderline fear. They're wary, almost afraid to approach.
Well, in that case, I got to move to the edge here and get my whip out, give it a nice loud crack, and just say, "Yeah, get out of here, you!"
Okay, make an intimidation check.
Oh yeah, not 20, so that's a 23 in total.
All right.
We're
So they
burning all our
definitely-
good rolls.
Huh.
They don't totally flee, but they do kind of back up a little bit, and a couple of them start kind of grouped together, definitely taking on that comfort of the pack. But they still stay in the orchard. They seem to be kind of set on that area at the moment. They're still watching you, but they don't approach you any closer.
That's right, you rabble. All right. Hey, Talon, what's going on inside?
Is there any windows or portholes or anything?
So the windows, there are a few windows on the front of the building. You can see these small little divots in the wall there. But they seem to be boarded, or not boarded, shuttered from the inside, and the shutters are all enclosed. So there's sort of like paneled glass, like, you know what I mean, on the outside, and then the inside there's shutters that are closed.
So there's glass between me and the shutters. So
Yes.
I can't open them. Okay.
Hang on a sec. I'm gonna shut my window. There's some sort of shouting altercation going on outside.
Oh, that's always fun. Maybe it's
I
wolves.
mean, doesn't make for the best background noise.
Maybe wolves.
So, and
Could
if I
be
knock,
wolves.
when I knocked on the door, there was no answer or response or anything of that kind.
You did not hear any response. No.
Yeah. Is it locked?
It is locked.
Ha.
I've got the lockpicks.
Yeah, I was just about to say. I think Flick, you're gonna be our man again.
I'm up. All right. Someone keep an eye on these dogs.
I mean, I can pick a door if you want me to.
No, we're trying to open the door quietly, not make it blow up.
I have thieves' tools. I'm actually pretty good
I
with them.
mean,
Excuse
I
me.
could just,
Anybody in an
I
axe?
could just knock really hard.
I'll just
That's
lift
also an
up
option.
like the exact same pack of thieves' tools. Like, yeah, I know what I'm doing.
Yeah,
That's
probably
right.
better than me.
Flick's already there at work. So.
Oh yeah. Actually, probably a bit better kept.
I got a 10 on that, so that's not so good.
Can
All
I
right.
inspire him?
You don't need to actually.
Okay.
So
Oh.
Flick, you see that the lock it's actually very rudimentary. It's very, very simple, like farmhouse lock. Nothing that you can't handle. So even just with you're kind of a little bit rusty, kind of shaken off, the night before, you just manage to pop open the lock. Give me a second. I will open that for you. All right. So you should be able to see inside now.
Is that like a crate right in front of the door?
There's a carpet on the ground on the inside.
Okay. Okay. If they might have been blocking the door, that makes much. That's
So you kinda-
also my
welcome
first
back.
thought.
The door kind of slowly creaks open as you open it, and inside you find what looks to be just a kind of a small entry room. From the quick look at it, it appears to be some sort of maybe like a worker's entrance. There's a wardrobe off to the left with some cloaks and stuff hanging in it. Like things to kind of brush off your boots, things like that, just in a storage compartment on the other side of the room. And you see another door in the left corner, and then 2 doors on either side of the room. So there's 3 different doors.
Did our boots get filthy on the way here?
They're dusty. They're not muddy, just a little bit dusty.
All right, I'll move in and see what I can see. Do I hear anything now that I'm inside the building better than I could hear outside?
Make a perception check.
While he's doing that, I'm gonna move back a little bit towards the other side of the house and do a bit of a perception check.
Sure.
All right, I got a 3 on my perception, so I'm still distracted by my shitty performance on the lock. It's like I know how to do that.
I perceive 8 things.
Sounds very, very quiet.
Yeah.
Isaac, you rolled an 8.
Yep.
So looking up, you're standing beside what looks to be a pen for keeping horses in, which is currently empty. There are no horses. You do see a river just kind of beyond the house. There are some more trees and stuff as well. But nothing that catches your attention. There's no activity. You don't see anybody around. Again, there's still that kind of eerie stillness. Normally you would hear, even on the way here, you heard, the sounds of birds and kind of thing, natural nature sounds. But everything here just has a real kind of a heavy silence about
Is there a breeze?
Very, very slight.
Okay.
For the record, I am currently keeping my crossbow primed and loaded.
Noted. Okay.
And my passive investigation is 16.
Okay. Yeah, nothing really catches your attention as you're looking up the side of the house there. Everything seems, again, like the horse pen is well tended. There's fresh hay in there, but there's nobody around.
Anything catch your eye, Flick?
Yeah, I totally screwed up that lock. Yeah, it looks quiet. Looks quiet inside to me.
All right,
maybe
well,
gonna-
I suppose we should open one of these 3 doors.
I'm wondering if maybe I should take point on this, considering I just recently got a new skill that allows me to literally sense danger.
I mean, I'm
That would
not
be
really
dangerous
a-
sense, wouldn't it?
I mean, I've been
No.
kind of bringing up the rear so far. I've been kind of a passive force, but I'm feeling like maybe this is the time that I make a contribution.
Your turtle senses are tingling?
Yeah, my turtle powers.
Turtle power. Just a hero and a half shell.
Damn it. You beat me to it.
Yeah, I beat you to it.
And he's greedy.
Absolutely. All right, so you have 3 doors in this room.
All right, Torque, since you volunteered, you go ahead and pick the door.
So there's like one to my left, one to my right, and one up ahead.
Yep.
All right, let's do this systematically. I'm gonna begin with the left door. My left, I guess. The west door.
Okay. So that door is unlocked and opens easy enough. Again, kind of creaks as you pull it open. And inside you see what appears to be sort of a sleeping quarters. Again, this seems probably where workers would board up. There are a total of 6 beds, so 3 bunk beds, 2 high, a couple of storage chests, that kind of thing. You do note that the room appears to have been cleared out.
Like someone left
Like-
in a hurry.
It seems that way. So the beds are all empty. You don't see. There's no clothing. There's nothing kind of left behind. The room is actually very empty. Oddly empty for a worker's room at a active orchard.
But no signs of a struggle or anything.
Make an investigation check, if you would like.
Time to find out if I'm good at that skill or not. Survey says, 17.
Wow.
That's passable.
So you do a, yeah, just passable, doing a very thorough check of the room. There are no signs of struggle at all. Everything seems in place. Nothing's been knocked around, but it is tidy and empty, which is odd.
And again, it looks like maybe a couple of days have passed, not like dust on everything or anything like that.
There's no dust on anything at all, no. So must have been fairly recent, yeah.
And sorry, that was no signs of a struggle, right?
No signs of struggle.
Can I hear anything at this door?
Make a perception check.
20.
It is silent.
Yep.
You
hear
know, I've not
nothing.
been to many breweries or various buildings of this make, and I'm pretty sure they're not supposed to be this quiet. Hell, if
It
I
is-
was working here, I'd be having a jolly time.
It is odd that there's no activity around. And again, even as you're approaching, you could see the chimney stack kind of in the middle of the building, and there was no smoke coming out of it.
Yeah, back in my slaving days, day like this, they'd have us in the fields for crack of dawn. So there's definitely something afoot here.
Well, you learn something new about your companions every day.
One more room?
Wait, was he a slave or keeping slaves?
Oh,
Does
I
it
was
feel
definitely,
like-
I was the kept party in that arrangement.
That's a very good question, Torque. We
Listen,
almost
I
had a
didn't know this
problem.
when I saw-
Yep, that is a good question. All right, so there's nothing else going on in that room. What do you guys want to do?
I guess we'll move on to the northern door, or I will anyway. Y'all are free to
Hey,
make decisions for yourselves as your own people with agency, but I'm gonna open the north door.
hey, Torque buddy, before you do that, do you feel like maybe playing a game of Munchkin on this eastern door here? I think it's empty, so while you're investigating up there, we can take a peek around.
I don't really see what matter the order of the door has in the situation, but
I already just listened at it, that's all.
Okay, I'll go try the eastern door. I'll be a team player.
Okay.
If the door explodes, you're far more likely to weather it than I am.
So you try the handle on that one, and that one is locked.
not to worry, companions. Your soft, fleshy bodies are protected by the lock on this door.
I'm gonna give it a thieves' tools check.
Okay, go for it.
Do it. Do it.
That's not great. That's a 12.
12.
So we'll give it a. If this fails, then I will perform a Great Mall check on the door.
Yeah, this lock is definitely more complicated than the lock that was on the outside, and it just escapes you as you your pick keeps slipping. You just can't quite get the right combination with the tumblers to pry it open.
Maybe this is where they keep the cider. Let's hope.
Or the payroll.
Either or. By the way, Flick, when we go back to report this to the guard, maybe leave out the part where we broke in and entered. They don't take kindly to that.
Understood. I'm learning something new every day, just like you.
Oh yeah, we'll have to talk about that whole slave thing when we're not in the middle of investigating something, because I feel like we should not be talking to each other very loudly very much.
Aye, aye.
All right. So what's happening? Is there a mall getting face-to-face time with the door?
Could Flick? Did you want to try picking the lock?
I mean, if Torque's gonna step up and mash it, that's fine.
Maybe we should open all the doors before we break one down.
Well, I was gonna say, I could freeze the lock to make it easier to smash the lock instead of the door. Or I could try anyway.
Well, before we get too complicated on this one, I give it a whirl. I'm warmed up now. Certainly, I'll be able to pull it off this time. So I'll mosey over to that door and roll a 1.
Your lockpicks don't break, but you feel that just about to snap, and you pull back just in time to not break your pick, and you're like, nope, not feeling it on this one.
Yeah, no. My mojo is not working today.
Perhaps it's time for magic.
Torque, batter up.
It's always time for magic.
All right.
All right.
I
So,
cast
well, hang on.
Smash.
Well, hang on a sec.
Torque is casting Smash.
I don't want to. If we break the door down, that's going to be a lot harder to explain. How about
So
we
maybe
break the lock? Is it a padlock or is it like a door lock?
It's like a door lock, like, yeah.
Okay. So how about
Like
if
a
I maybe
tumbler.
try freezing the locking mechanism, and then you can just bash through the door without knocking it completely off its hinges?
Or, and bear with me here, we could open the other door.
I was
and see if
gonna
we can
say.
find a key.
You
We
know,
could find a key somewhere.
great
Just
minds
saying.
think alike right there.
That's true. That's also possible.
There is another door that may not be as locked.
And since I'm standing next to it, I'll give it a little jiggle. Is this one open?
That one is locked as well.
Son of a... All right, this time for sure. I'm gonna get the picks out.
All right.
God damn it!
All right, I'll try it too. Nope. That's an 11.
What did you get, Ian?
In total, that would be an 8 on my second natural one in a row.
Oh my god.
Okay. Yeah, so both of you, again, you try, and it just... The outside lock was, you know, because it was so easy, kind of made you think, oh, yeah, we got this. But these locks on the inside seem to be a little bit sturdier, a little bit harder to break.
The outside one was weathered, apparently.
Yeah, while we futz around, I'm just gonna cast Detect Magic.
Okay. You detect nothing.
Yep. Hey, Torque.
No signs of magic anywhere around you, other than if you guys have any magical items on you, that would be all that you detect. But other than that, there is nothing.
Okay.
I, in fact, don't. Hey, Torque, buddy, you want to cast that spell of Maul by any chance?
I cast Smash.
Would it be worthwhile for me to try freezing the lock first? Would that maybe make it easier?
I mean, I think I've read a couple engineering books before. I think an anchor plus a crappy lock usually equals broken lock.
That's a very specific thing to have read in a book, but, you know.
There's a lot of books. What can I say?
All right. So if you're going to cast Smash, I want to go ahead and make an attack on the door, then roll an attack.
That's what I do best.
Making that a t-shirt.
Now, as an aside, would Talon offering to freeze the lock, would that count as an assist to give him advantage on the check?
That's a 10 to hit. Is this door a particularly dodgy door? Is it
I mean,
weaving around my blows?
It's a door. Yeah. So, hard to miss.
Okay,
How much damage do you?
let's find out. That's 9 damage.
All right.
Not my best, but I'm still warming up. I didn't stretch this morning, so I kind of.
So your turtle friend just kind of grabs his big anchor maul in two hands and just right into the center of the door, and the door just splinters apart.
I kind of imagine Torque is like 90% wind up, 10% hit.
I do like a big extravagant, like I hold my maul in one hand and start twirling it around, and then with my other hand I just punch the door.
I love it. All right.
This
So
looks
the
like
door,
a nice big room.
the door pops open, smashes onto the ground, and the second that the door opens, you catch a whiff of something.
Yeah. Hey guys,
Something.
Is it a whiff of danger?
I think there's a
So-
dead guy.
Whiff of death.
Oh.
So this would appear to be the storefront area. You can see sort of a main counter area. There's like cider samples kind of all around the place, and immediately as you're entering, the smell of rotting flesh definitely kind of rises up and hits you in the face, and you do see a fairly recently deceased corpse in behind. Like it's not like a skeleton or anything. This is still resembles a person, and it looks like their throat has been ripped open.
I shall investigate.
Okay, go ahead. Make an
I
investigation
shall
check.
regurgitate.
16.
16. So at first glance, it looks like the throat has been ripped open by some sort of claw marks, like slash marks, like perhaps an animal. And you're kind of like, oh, okay, that's strange. But looking a little bit closer, you can actually determine that these claw marks were made to intentionally hide the very fine cut of a blade beneath them.
Hmm.
So this person's neck was definitely cut, and then some sort of slashing done over top of that to make it look like it was something other than a blade.
While he's doing that, can I check these big double doors and get some fresh air in here?
Sure. So from the inside, it's easy to unlock them. You can kind of turn the tumblers and
Yeah. I want to
break them.
throw a door open, get some airflow in here because
Are-
it's stank.
Yeah, are any of these windows?
There are lots of windows. Yeah. And any of the small little holes that you see in the wall there, those are all windows. They've all got shutters on the inside, but you can.
Yeah, I'll crack the one I'm at right now.
Okay. So the glass is actually it's kind of like a yellowed amber, so it's hard to it's a paneled glass. It's hard to really see much through, but there are enough cracks you can kind of open it up and opening up the shutters. It allows some air to move in to the room at the very least. And as soon as you guys open the doors and open some of the windows, it definitely helps, but it still stinks pretty bad in here. And it's a weird concoction because there's the smell of cider, there's the smell of fruit, like you can actually see some fresh fruit and stuff around as well, but then there's the smell of death mixed in with that, so it's a very
It's kind of a nasty cocktail.
yeah it's
So
not too
if
pleasant.
if he's starting to smell like that, he's been here a while. Like, Isaac, have you read any medicine books?
Not as many, but let me take a look.
Let's see if anyone wants to make a
Yeah,
medicine check.
can you maybe try and determine how long he's been there?
Yeah, it's
Any of my
another
medicines-
16.
Okay.
Another 16. Okay, so you take a little bit of a closer look, trying to kind of inspect the body. While doing so, as you're kind of patting around, you do something on the inside of his vest and opening it up. You see there's a small pocket hidden on the inside, and inside the pocket there is a small brass key.
Okay. And for the record, when I investigate, I very likely would have been patting him down for hidden objects.
I figured as much.
Looting.
Yes.
From what you can
Investigating.
tell, he's possibly maybe been here for 2 days, not much more than that.
Okay.
Yeah. Like it's not to the point where he's like decomposing all over the place. Like his body's definitely gone through rigor mortis though, and it's probably been a few days.
When did they say they got the latest shipment from here?
It's been a few, actually, probably about a week or so since the last shipment came down.
Okay.
While I'm not looking at him, I'm keeping an eye out the window, kind of pressed up against the side of it.
Okay. I'd say you'd just be able to see the wolves out in the orchard, and they haven't moved any closer to the building. They don't seem to want to have anything to do with the building at all.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Now here's a quandary. If the man in here is dead, most likely murdered according to what Isaac has found, and the door was locked, that means that either somebody has a key or teleportation magic.
Or they're still in the building.
Yeah. I'm gonna
Yeah,
take
I wasn't
another
gonna
listen at this
bring
here
that part up.
door.
I'm being optimistic.
Oh, it's
here.
coming from inside the house.
I hear nothing. A 5. God, I like playing characters with no wisdom.
Yeah, why don't you go and make a perception? Oh, you already did.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
I'll
you
make
hear
a perception check. I haven't made a perception check. Oh, that's worse. Yeah, I made a 5.
Yeah, nothing.
Yay. Is it locked?
That one is not actually. It's very creaky as you go to open it, but that one is not locked. Do you wish to open it?
How creaky is it?
Like an old wooden door with rusted hinges.
Like if I have a bit of like spare oil, can I like make it less? Hey, we're right here.
Go ahead and make a tinkering check for me then.
Sure. I mean,
Well, he's
some
tinker
point there's
tool.
not much you can do. That will be an 21.
A little bit of grease, a little bit of oil on it, and kind of polish it down a little bit as you can test it. Sounds quieter.
Sweet.
Not like silent, but quieter.
Is there anything else of note in here? Like, is there a desk or a sales ledger or anything like that?
There is a desk off to one side, kind of right between where Talon and Isaac are there. And you do see that there is a drawer kind of underneath the top that does look like it has a keyhole in the front of it.
Does the dead man's key fit this keyhole?
Did Isaac share that he found a key on the dead man?
I don't know. Did
Oh
you?
yeah. Oh, by the way, there was a key. I'm gonna try it.
Yep. We are going to try that key on everything that looks... Is it a big key, small key, or is it the desk key?
It's a fairly small key actually, and it's a very odd shape. It doesn't look like your typical key shape. It does not fit.
Yeah,
the
so
desk.
it clearly looks like it wouldn't fit the. Oh, the desk? Are we talking about?
It doesn't fit in the doors. It doesn't fit the desk. It doesn't look like it would be made for a standard lock at all, actually.
And this door isn't locked, yeah? So I'm just gonna creak it open.
That door is unlocked. Yeah, so you want to open that one?
Yeah.
Is the desk drawer locked, or can I just pull it open?
You pull it open, and there is nothing inside.
Sweet. Somewhere
It
to
is
put my papers.
completely
later.
empty. It looks like it has been scavenged. Like everything's been
Interesting.
like taken out of it. Yeah.
All right. I will remember this when we need to burn the place down later.
So Isaac, you enter what obviously appears to be the main brewing area. You can see large vats of mulling cider. You can see a number of sort of instruments and things on a table that are used for measuring, for distilling, and the like. There's kegs and casks, barrels all over the place. And you can see the far end of the room that there are lots of barrels stacked as well. So there seems to be a storage area to the side of the room that you're in now, which is the main brewing area.
Yeah. I'm gonna just casually walk through now. Just keeping an ear out for people.
Okay. So go ahead and make a perception check as you're walking through if you want.
Be an 11.
11, okay. Anybody else perceiving?
Sure. Also 11.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll give it a shot.
I mean, if everyone else is doing it, I guess I'll peer pressure myself.
That's a natural 20.
Wow.
I got
So that is
21, which is not natural, but it's still pretty good, I think.
25.
I'm gonna look at this door from
Wow.
across the room. It
Okay.
looks like all the other locks, correct?
We'll get to that in a second. So, Talon and Torque, as you guys can enter this room, you're all kind of looking about. The two of you, from somewhere, you're not sure where, but somewhere in this room, you kind of hear like a light laughter, and then a sound of footsteps.
That's very rarely a good thing to hear.
Yeah,
It sounded like a child's laugh, very faint,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
footsteps
Worse.
kind
That's-
of going
that's
off
not
in the
better.
distance.
That's not better.
It's somehow worse, actually.
No, that's yeah, that's very particularly not better in any way, shape, or form.
I'm super glad I didn't hear that.
I was actually gonna say simply because I'm walking mainly alone into another room, like I would just kind of keep a smoke grenade under my hand. But then you said that, and it felt like it was metagaming without metagaming. So I'm just like, I'll take an extra few seconds to do what I would have done anyway because I'm being, paranoid.
All right. Now, hearing those sounds, you did not see a source.
Yeah,
of the
I'm just
sound.
gonna pull my pistol out, kind of the
Okay,
ready.
and I've already got them all out. That's. No one can call me out on that.
Well, now I'm feeling naked. I see everyone else has their shit out, so I'll have the whip at the ready.
Flick. Actually, as you're standing beside the vat there, make a perception check for me.
This is my third one in a row. So that's
Oh man,
Oh my
that's a 2.
god.
something in the vicinity of the vat like catches your attention, and you look, and then there's nothing there. Maybe it was nothing.
Oh
There's
boy.
something prowling around here, everyone.
Huh. Well, I'm gonna do what I do best. Call him out. Hey! You little shit, get out here! What does that do?
You listen for a second. All four of you now, you hear a little bit of laughter. Footsteps. They seem to be kind of originating somewhere in the center of the room here and going kind of off towards the left, like towards the storage area. Every time it's that same little laughter, and the footsteps originate in the same place and kind of go off in that direction.
Well, that's
Isaac.
delightful.
Yeah.
Isaac, you feel a little bit of a tingle, kind of get that goosebump feeling as the footsteps actually seem to go right past you, under you, through you, something.
And I detected no magic at all.
No magic. The hair on your arms, kind of the back of your neck, stands up very briefly.
From the outside, was this building a 1-story, 2-story? Well,
It's a 1-story, like a very high ceiling, probably good like 12, 15 feet high. Like it's meant to be, to hold like these big casks and barrels, but there's no upper floor, from what you can tell.
is there a cellar, or do we know? Did it look like it had a foundation that would have something underneath?
I guess so. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I was gonna have him make a check, but won't bother. There definitely was a more solid stone foundation around the bottom, like just sticking up maybe like a foot.
Yeah, I'm
out
gonna
of the
just
ground.
like
So you
pull out a bit
assume
of
there
charcoal.
might be a cellar.
Yeah. And write like need paint bombs on the inside of my arm.
Okay.
Beware, beware the laughter in.
So what are you guys doing?
I don't know. I think Devon's be wearing the Daughter of the Sea. I saw
Not
where you
sure if
got that
there's-
from.
I don't think there's much I can do except press onwards. I
Did
don't have any fancy magics like the rest of y'all.
did I notice what direction the movement went? East or west?
It definitely went west. So like I
Oh.
said, so it came from the center of the brewing room itself, and moved west towards these storage barrels.
Huh. Interesting.
Methinks there be hidden tricksters around us.
And on this table, what is exactly is on the table?
So you see a number of different implements that would be used for distilling, stirring, sampling. Like it's stuff that used kind of where they would take a sample from the vat, they would test it, with these different apparatus here, make sure check the quality of the cider before
Okay.
barreling it or mulling it or doing anything further to it.
And standing there, I'm just gonna kind of look, just like, guys, I have an idea. No one move. I got an idea. And I'm gonna scurry back into the other room, and I assume these are all like fruits and stuff.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So at the back of it's like crates of, there's some apples, there's some fresh grapes, oranges, things like that.
Perfect. I'm gonna grab the most stainy things I can find, heavier liquids. I'm gonna grab like a big bushel of them. Come back
Some
to
plums.
Sweet.
Those would work.
That's perfect. Gonna come back in, mix them up, mash them up, and I'm going to uncap a like unprimed smoke grenade, stick it in, and what I'm attempting to do is add in a heavy staining liquid into it. So instead of like permeating the air, it kind of just puffs and settles and kind of like stains someone moving around.
Gotcha.
It's slapdash. Yes.
All right. Make a Tinker Tools check.
Oh, come on. This was clever. Don't burn me now.
It was clever.
22. Yes.
All right. So easy enough for you to kind of make
Sweet.
a little bit of a staining smoke concoction.
Yeah, I'm just going to do as many as I can. Probably like 2 or 3 at most.
Okay. You can probably get a couple, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a lot of plums, but so you
Yeah.
can probably make a couple of them, yeah.
I'm just going to kind of toss one like here for now and see what, if anything, just gets like colored.
Okay. Lands on the floor, spatters the floor. You don't see anything. Doesn't hit anybody. You don't see any footsteps or footprints. Nothing hidden as far as you can tell.
I'm going to go for right here. Gonna still have a bit of a 10 to 20 foot radius, more closer to 10, and see if I get any bit of a splash in the area. If the
Okay.
particulate lands on anything.
Okay. Go ahead and make a thrown
All right.
attack for me.
That would be plus 5. That would be a 16.
Okay. So you managed to get it, kind of arc it through the open doorway there and over the barrels. Lands on the ground, splatters. Some of it kind of splatters up on the kegs that are around, hits the floor. Again, there doesn't seem to be anything else there.
Darn.
So I think with my pistol drawn, I'm going to slowly and carefully enter the next sort of area to the
Okay.
west where we heard the scurrying going, but
Mhm.
very, very slowly and very, very carefully,
Okay.
keeping my ears at the ready.
Okay.
I heard
Go ahead and make a
I'll
perception check as you're moving in then.
the old voice
you're actively looking around.
warning, beware, beware. That's a 10.
10. As you get closer into the storage area, you feel the slightest dip in temperature, like just slight bit cooler.
Huh. Take another few steps forward.
How sugary is the cider?
No idea.
Eh,
It's probably more of a sour.
okay.
The air is getting cooler the further in you go. Not uncomfortable, but Definitely cooler.
I'm gonna flank around and go check that door. See if I can get this bad boy open from this side.
From this side, yes, it's easy enough to unlock
Multiple escape routes is always
that
key.
door.
For the record, I'm going to pick up my used canister.
Okay. You can say it's
Does the cold so
salvageable.
does it get colder the further west we go, or is it just the center of that room?
Are you continuing into the
Yeah,
next
like
area?
if I continue taking very cautious steps towards the west, is
It
that
does get a
gonna
little
continue?
bit colder.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I see my breath yet, or is it just
No, not quite that cold.
okay?
Just chilly.
I think I'll move past the threshold into the next chamber then.
I will follow
Okay.
closely behind.
And I will shine through the other door.
So to your right, the far end of the storage area, you do see a heavy door. It's a thick wooden door with iron bars reinforcing it. And you can actually see there are 3 different locks, huge, like deadbolt locks on this door. One is brass, one is iron, and one appears to be made out of silver, or another kind of shiny metal.
So brass, iron, and some sort of mystery shiny metal. I guess I'll try the brass door first. I'll just jiggle the handle a little bit, see if it's locked or not.
Well, it's the same. So it's one door. It has 3 different locks on it, and the locks are brass, iron, and silver.
My mistake.
Yeah. So the top one is brass, the middle is iron, and the bottom lock is made of silver. And it's this door up at the top here. And the air in this room is definitely cooler.
Oh, Flick, what do you make of those locks?
Hopefully short work if they're actually locked. Let's go check it. Is the door locked?
Definitely. All 3 locks are locked, and the air is almost to the point of cold now. Like your skin's starting to rise up, and your breath. You can just start to see your breath. It's getting very, very cold towards this door,
That's
and
a bit
not
unnerving.
a natural cold. You can definitely sense it's like this is strange. This doesn't make much sense.
So we're not heading to the refrigerated unit, is what you're saying?
Yeah, not a medieval refrigerator. But the locks, taking a quick glance at the locks, they are very, very heavy, very intricate. They're not. This door is. You get the impression this door is not meant to be opened very easily. Hence the 3 separate locks, and each keyhole is a different shape as well.
Do any of them match our mystery key?
Would you like to try the
I
brass
would
key?
love. Yes. Oh, the brass key and the brass lock sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, I'll come up and proffer the key.
Okay. You take a look at the key, and it does seem to match the hole, and you put it in. It turns about a quarter turn, and you hear a click. But it doesn't turn anymore, and the key actually sticks in the keyhole and won't come out.
Huh.
And when I looked at the other door in the past room, that just looked like a normal lock over here, correct?
It did, yeah.
Yeah.
It was just your average wooden door with a simple tumbler lock on it.
Yeah.
This door is heavy wood, like dark oak wood, reinforced with iron, and these big 3 massive locks on it.
What do you suppose the chances are that the rest of the keys are just hidden among this location?
You know, there is another door we haven't opened.
Yep, I would take my chances with unlocked doors over our luck with locked doors today. So let's keep moving.
Very true. I am totally not realizing now that you can actually make smoke bombs from fruit. So I'm just gonna take, like, with my empty canisters, fill them with the cider for future use.
You just grab some cider and pour it in.
Mm.
All right. So who's opening that door there?
I'll take the lead on this one. Again, I'm big and meaty.
All
right.
I assume you'll walk your way over here.
I forgot to
Yes,
say, guys, just
sorry.
a note on the tokens you have there. So once Echo makes the your character portraits, we'll have some customized tokens for.
I can see that you
For
went with
you
the
guys,
closest
so.
approximations.
That's
Oh,
as
good.
from what I had in my inventory. I was like, okay, I'll try and do what I can, but we will have some custom ones coming.
Sweet.
All right, so the door opens easily enough, actually. Unlocks from this side. And on the other side, you see a fruit storage room. And this one seems to be lined with crates and crates filled with apples. Lots and lots of apples. Which makes sense, it being an apple orchard and all.
Mm-hmm. Well, Torque, why don't you take the lead here?
I will trundle on inside.
Okay. The room smells nice and fresh, actually, and the apples do seem to be ripe and juicy, nice and red and shiny. There's a good haul in here, lots of apples. So coming down around the corner, you can see a couple other fruits, and you do see a table that has been turned over, and there are 2 chairs that have been kind of smashed to bits. And all over on the table and on the kind of the planks left over from the chairs as well, you can see lots of scratch marks, claw marks.
Does anybody recognize what might have left those? How big are these claw marks?
They're similar in size to what was on the dead individual's throat. So not like huge, could be like a medium-sized animal.
Big enough.
Not like bear size, but like could be wolf, could be. You never know.
Threateningly large.
Yeah, not like mouse scratches.
Not friendly kitty cat stuff.
No.
Would
Anyone
I
here recognize what might have left those behind?
Yeah, would I recognize them with a nature check or something of the sort?
Go for it. Make a nature check.
I'm guessing an Arcana would be different. 7.
Hard to tell.
Yeah.
An animal.
These
far as you can
are straw. There's a couple things of straw here, correct?
Those are just kind of various. Looks like fruits. These don't look as fresh as the apples. It looks like maybe they've been brought in. A couple of vegetables. There's some celery stalks. There's some more plums. It's just veggies and fruit.
Okay.
Yeah. There was lots of hay outside in the horse pen.
I'm gonna wander off. Knowing me, I'm probably not gonna mention it to anybody. Wander off and start casting Identify on the key.
Okay.
It's a ritual, so.
Okay. We'll say as you're taking time to do that, it's a mundane key. There's nothing magical about it.
Okay.
This seems to be more of a mechanical type of mechanism going here, but yeah, it's a key.
And how deep were the open stills of cider?
Not very deep. They're probably about 3 feet off the ground, the lip. So there's just like a little bit of a step kind of going up to it. They're not that deep though.
All right.
easily enough for you to take a peek inside.
I say we drink all the cider so we can verify the barrels are all empty.
I'm gonna go grab one of the broken chair legs and then kind of stir and poke around inside the vats.
Okay.
See if I
Let's go ahead and
find
make a perception check.
Yep.
By the vat.
Perception. Damn. If only you said. Not great. Well, neither would have been great. 2.
Nothing catches your attention. You're stirring around. There's nothing hidden in there. It's got a nice thickness to it. Probably still needs a little bit more time. This looks like a fresh batch, like it was kind of just started, maybe a day or two ago.
Okay. Is there anything?
From outside, you guys hear.
Somebody spooked the dogs.
A couple wolf howls.
That's not good.
Would I be able to use shape water to like separate the water from what's in the barrels to like maybe sift through them?
Sure. I don't see why not.
The only thing is there's so many barrels. Like,
Maybe choose some priority barrels.
well, there's the 2 vats, right? There's only the 2 open vats, and then everything else is all sealed away.
Yes.
So I guess we'll just do the vats then, because if the barrels are all sealed away, like, one would think you wouldn't be able to hide anything in them.
Yeah, I'm going to, as he's saying that and doing stuff, I'm just going to kind of walk up and down the rows of barrels and kind of investigate each of them by kind of feel and sight, you know, knock on it a bit, see if I find anything out of the ordinary, if anything might have been, you know, opened up recently or anything of the sort.
Taking a good few minutes to investigate them all. They all seem, they're all sealed. None of them seem to have been tampered with. They're full. You give a nice like boom, boom, kind of a solid thunk as you knock on all of them. You don't find any hollow ones. Nothing seems out of the ordinary actually about any of them.
Well, true to character, my self-patience check has me asking, "Hey guys, do you think we should cast that smash spell again?" Not really finding much here.
I will go up to the 2 vats and kind of begin working to at least separate the water to one side, push the water to one side, kind of leaving behind all the other remnants, and kind of see if I can make anything out in there.
Okay. As you do that, just make a perception check as you're heading towards the vat and kind of
All right.
peering over it.
Come all you young sailors and listen to me, and I'll sing you a song of the fish and the 15.
15. So you kind of look down into the vat, the cider in there, and as you're just about to cast, a face appears in almost as if it's like in the cider itself. Very quickly, just like a very ghastly face, hollow eyes, mouth open, and just kind of looks like it's coming rushing right at you, and then just vanishes. And from behind you,
Well.
laughter again, and footsteps.
Yeah, I'm not too fond of this place.
Yeah, it's a little creepy in here.
Shiver my timber, shiver my bones. Yo ho heave ho. There are secrets that sleep with old Davy Jones.
So, Have we thought it's kind of time just to go a little bit less subtle?
You're not gonna torch the place, are you?
I feel like that's more your job there.
That's cleanup at the end.
I'm more saying I'm going to look out this window, suss out, the howls, but then also maybe debate breaking a door or two.
Well,
Why?
there's this one door in the apple room that we still haven't opened. Yeah.
Also, is there a way to open literally this window so I can see outside?
I didn't.
If
Plug
I
in
if
the
I
piece of that.
if I totally not stand outside the window, is that all right?
Yeah, I didn't put anything there. Hold on, let me see what I can do.
I could do this.
Might as well go through that door in the apple room. I agree with Flick. I think that at this point, our only real thing to do is continue figuring out what's going on, try and sort out why there's a dead man and what all this supernatural nonsense is about. Don't like things I can't stab.
Yeah.
All right, so
If I can't shoot it, I don't want anything to do with it.
you open the door.
It's certainly frustrating. Yeah, we'll get this shit open.
Okay, so again, there's a latch on the inside, and easy enough to pop it open. And opens to the outside. And immediately looking outside, you see down the path that the wolves have kind of moved out of the orchard and have gathered on the path. And are just watching you.
Hey, doggies. Thought I told you guys to leave.
Flick, you notice now, they seem to be much more feral appearing than they were before. Whereas before they were kind of cautious and hanging back, there's a ferocity to them now. Their lips are open in a bit of a snarl. Their haunches are up. They're kind of looking very intently towards the four of you.
Hey,
Growls as the door opens.
nice
If
doggies.
you move as, that's going to be a bad idea, kids. I advise staying back.
I think I got a milk bone here somewhere.
I'm gonna put myself between the wolves and everyone else before things get any more out of hand.
Okay. As you even just get a little bit closer, the four of them all just like get right down on their haunches, tail straight up, back straight up, and just like
I will shoot the moment they
teeth
leave.
just open. They're just like they haven't moved. They're not moving towards you, but they're angry.
All right. So yeah, whip is out, shield is up. I'm like, okay, I'm ready to rumble if they are.
What is this? This is a regular Western standoff.
Again, there seems they don't want to come to the building. There is that. So Flick, you still do recognize that there's the ferocity, but there's also still that something is keeping them at bay. You're not entirely sure what, but
They don't like spooky ghost children either.
I'm gonna nudge Torque and say, hey, maybe you should take a few steps forward. I'm gonna take one forward.
I'm gonna move forward. I'm gonna get low to the ground. Throaty rumble is just like as just a warning.
okay. Go ahead and make an intimidation check then.
All right. Ooh, it's a big 9. Hang on, I try to give like a throaty rumble of warning, but I get something caught in my throat. One of the apples from before. I snuck one when no one was looking, but now one of the seeds is just like right in that spot, you know. It's just
So the second that you take a step forward, instantly they start to approach. So we will
Approach in what way? Like
hostile. We're gonna
like
go.
are they dashing towards us or are they prowling towards us?
We're gonna roll initiative and we'll see what happens.
All right.
So I can actually we're gonna do initiative in roll 20.
Sweet.
So what I need to do first for you guys is I add a turn.
Prepare yourselves to fight. Come with us unite. Draw forth your rapier and powder.
Right, so you
Set
guys should see
sail
the
with
turn
us
order up
tonight.
there. So if you're rolling in roll 20, it should pop up in there. If you're rolling outside of roll 20, just let me know what your result is, and we'll pop you into the order here.
Good.
Wow.
I got a 13.
I got a 20 plus 3.
Okay.
I got a 4.
I got a
Tailwind
raw.
4.
I also got a 13. Mine's plus 5.
So sorry, 13 total or 13 plus 5?
13 total.
Okay.
I'm too busy looking at the well.
All right. So Isaac, you're kind of prepared. You were waiting. And the second the wolves start rushing towards you, you get the jump on them.
Yeah, I'm
Anyone
just going to shoot at the first one right there.
Okay.
Let me double check how this thing works again. Yeah, I'm just going to shoot at it. And that's going to be a plus 5. 16.
That'll hit.
And that's going to be... a D8 plus 3. 9 damage.
9 damage. All right. Definitely takes a good wound, but still up. Kind of not quite as ferocious looking as it was, but still standing.
Okay.
And that was on that one?
Yeah, that was on this one right here.
Okay. Do you want to move at all? Anything else you want to do?
I am going to keep my position.
Okay, just kind of hold there.
Yeah.
Okay. Flick brings us to you. Actually, Flick and Torque, you guys have the same. I'm assuming Flick, your initiative bonus is probably higher than Torque's.
I think you would assume correctly because mine is a 0.
Okay. Yeah.
God.
So Flick, you can go first then.
I'm a turtle. I'm slow. It's what I do.
You do you.
All right, so I'll move to there, and I will also attack this wounded wolf. As the whip lashes out, that is a 17 to hit.
That'll hit.
He can enjoy another 9 points of damage.
All right.
Slashing.
That is enough to fell that one. He just whip him across the face and just falls to the ground.
Excellent.
Make a perception check for me, actually, Flick.
16.
From the well behind you, you hear a
Yep.
familiar sound of laughter.
Spooky.
Well, I'm glad that whatever's stalking us thinks we're hilarious.
You're starting to get an idea of what might have been keeping the wolves at bay. Torque, you're up.
Okay, I'm gonna drop my maul in the dirt, and I'm going to ready a javelin.
Okay.
Yeah, makes a nice meaty thud as I do. And I'm going to throw a javelin at this wolf here.
Okay.
Oh, hey. So that's a nat 20.
Yeah, pretty
25
sure
hit
that's-
overall.
Pretty sure that's
well
gonna hit.
then.
And to see the damage on that, that is going to be 13 in total.
All right, so with an expert throw, you just spear him right through, skewer the wolf. Javelin actually sticks into the ground and pins it in place. Another one down.
Nice.
Would you
I
say it
take
bit
no
the dust?
satisfaction in that.
All right. That brings us to the wolves' turn. So they are going to go. One's going to come up to Flick.
Bring it, Scruffy.
And he's going to make a bite attack at you for 17 to hit.
No, sir.
Your armor class is higher than 17 already? Wow.
I
I
have
think it was like
Stupid
19
high.
at level 1 or something, wasn't it?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
stupid high dexterity and a shield.
That's right. One. So you managed to block that one off. Second one comes in. It seems emboldened by the presence of its ally there. That's going to be a 21 to hit.
Well, that'll hit.
For 4 points of piercing damage. And I need you to make a strength saving throw, please.
That is a 12.
All right. So you feel yourself kind of knocked almost off your feet, but you managed to kind of regain your composure and hold your ground.
Sweet.
Kayland.
Okay.
Probably
well,
sober now.
Oh, very much so. So
The creepy laughter didn't wake you up.
Yeah, really. So I'm just seeing Flick get two-teamed by those wolves.
Yes, you are. And Flick, they are larger than you, so maybe a little intimidating.
I seen bigger.
Are these? Yeah, these are normal size wolves. They're just very
Yeah,
feral.
Not dire
Okay.
wolves. They're just wolves.
Okay, they're not.
Not just wolves, but they're wolves. Yeah.
Right. Sure. Yeah. Okay. And these are uninjured.
Correct.
Okay. Well, Flick's a little close, so that makes it awkward. But I'm gonna let's see. What is the range on Thunderwave? I think it's a lot.
Thunderwave is
It's a 15-foot cone, if memory serves.
or it's a cube.
15-foot
Figure
cube,
radius.
yeah. So
Yeah, radius.
So-
Starting
we're gonna-
originating at yourself though.
right, but I can move.
Yeah, but you can also center either the corner or the center on you. So
Right. So if I were to move here,
yeah, you can either hit.
I can get both the wolves without affecting Flick or Isaac or Torque, right?
I would certainly hope so.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say so.
Because that is what I would like to do. So I'm gonna run down to that tree. While I'm doing that, I'm gonna reach my belt for the squeeze box, pull that out, and just start going at it. Kind of drop down into a kneel as the music kind of wells around me.
Okay.
The wind it howled and the thunder boomed, thought the storm might just prevail. Oh, and just a shockwave is gonna fly out, and at the same time, Flick, you will be given bardic inspiration
Sweet.
as that is
Nice.
stuck in your head over and over.
All right. So is that a spell attack or is that a save on their part?
That
You're doing
is
Thunderwave.
I should know
Constitution
this.
save. It's a Constitution save.
Yes, it is. All right.
Yes, Constitution saving throw.
Natural 19 and a natural 15.
Well, okay, so they're gonna take half damage because my
Yep.
spell save is 13. That being said, I rolled 2 8s, so
Ooh.
they're gonna take the average damage,
Yeah.
8.
That is fantastic. Well done,
8
sir.
damage for both
So
of
they're
them.
going to take
All
8
right.
damage, but because they succeeded, they are not pushed away from Flick, unfortunately.
I mean, I think they'd actually be pushed towards him.
Well,
That's
So
true.
that's
They
kind
would,
of a good thing.
they potentially sail
But,
over his head.
But they're,
10 feet. Yeah.
they definitely look damaged. They're
10
hurt.
feet into the bushes would be awesome.
Yeah, that's the takeaway. That this.
You can see
this
the-
ouch.
The thunder damage, like you can see where it get cracked, like caved in the side of their ribs from the impact. Yelps and yowls of pain.
My ears are ringing, and yet I still got that stupid song stuck in my head.
The
All right, is
thunder
that it for
growled
Taylor?
like demons and the lightning step waves. Yep.
All right, Isaac.
All right. I am going to use my lovely ability because you're in combat with them. I'm going to shoot once at that one in the front. Boop a doop doo. Attack roll. Oh, what's their AC? Where's my attack roll button? Ooh, 20.
That'll hit.
Cool. And bonus to the second one. Well, no, I have to attack it. That's 11 damage on the first one. Can't hear it, Craig.
It's all right. I
Oh,
forgot
there. No worries. Yeah.
That's enough to finish that one off there.
And so 17 on the second one
That'll hit.
for 10 damage.
And that will finish that one off
And
as
just
well.
pull up, ping, and rotate, ping again.
With the repeater crossbow. Yep. And that will take care of the wolves.
Very quickly,
Yeah.
it's going to be a lot less effective, but
The orchard is quiet and still once more. Flick, you
I
can
would-
still hear the faint sound of laughter coming from the well behind you.
Yeah, I would like to investigate the well.
I would like to investigate the wolves.
Okay.
We can resolve that in whatever order you would prefer.
Well, seeing as it's actually just a little bit after 10:30, why don't we take a quick break? Since
Nope.
we're halfway through, we'll take a 5-minute, and then we will resolve. We'll come back and resolve there. How's that sound?
alrighty then.
Since we just finished combat, so let's take 5, and we'll be back shortly. All right, we are back from short break. Some of us have, those of us who were in costume have decostumed, just because gets a little bit.
Alan Quartermain is not designed for indoor.
It's all good.
I'm not sure Mega Man is going to work walking, but we'll see.
Do what you can.
As long as you can jump and shoot.
That's true. Yeah. All right. So, I believe Tayland was investigating the well, and then Torque was taking a look at the wolves. So, Tayland, do you want to make? Are you just trying to take a peek in, or like you look?
Yeah, I'm just kind of trying to see, like, is there water in it? Is the bucket up? Is it down?
Okay.
Do I see anything down there?
So the first thing you notice is that there is no bucket, and the rope that is there does appear to be frayed. So one end of it is kind of just hanging loose above the well. Looking inside, it does go down pretty deep. You can just kind of make out the water level, probably about 30 feet down, and it's pretty dark.
Okay. And this is where we heard the laughter coming from?
Yes. So as even as you're standing beside it now, yeah, you can hear the same kind of faint laughter.
Does
that you
it sound
heard
like it's
inside.
coming? It sounds like coming from the bottom, like where the water is, or is it more of like a ethereal?
It seems like it's coming from below. Yeah, like there's kind of an echo coming up, but it's still just like faint, like it's there but not there.
Okay.
Oh, man.
You can make a perception check or investigation check if you want to find any, see if you can see.
Yeah, I think I'll do a. What am I better at? Perception, I think. Yeah, I'll do a perception.
Okay.
Oh, that's not bad. Let's say 16.
16. Okay. Kind of taking a peek down, and making sure your head's not getting in the way to, like, you know, cast shadow. You can see the bucket, the wooden bucket, and the rest of the frayed rope kind of just bobbing on the surface of the water below. You get a strange sense as you're staring down at the water that something is staring back at you. You don't see anything. You just get that feeling that as you're looking in, something's looking up.
They dropped a microwave down there.
Apparently. Microwaves are canon in my world.
This is not a very wide well, right? Like it's maybe like a
No.
5-foot diameter kind of.
Yeah, it's pretty narrow. It's meant specifically just for drawing water. Like it's kind of straight down, not too big.
Oh, the completionist in me wants to go down there, but the realist in me and the pragmatist in me.
I just because, why the heck not? I'm just gonna reach for my squeeze box again.
Okay.
For no reason whatsoever.
Windy weather, boys, stormy weather, boys. When the wind blows, we're all together, boys. Blow ye winds westerly, blow ye winds blow, and just gust wind down the well.
Okay. It stirs the water around.
If there is actually something there, it has to make a strength saving throw or be pushed 5 feet. But because I can curse it with the curse of the sea wind, it'll actually end up moving 20 feet. And I'm assuming that'll hit the water if it fails. If there is something in there.
Okay. Your gust passes straight down the well, hits the water, moves the surface of the water. The bucket kind of bobs under for a second, then bobs back up to the top. Starts floating again.
As far as I could tell, there was no disturbance aside from what I would have been causing.
Didn't seem like it.
Okay.
The laughter has gone quiet, though. You don't hear it anymore.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, that's spooky.
You just hear a microwave.
All right, I'll get my food from the microwave.
Message received. Oh, while this is going on, Flick will use his second wind just to see if I can get those 4 hit points back.
Okay.
I get 2 hit points back.
Okay.
You know, special thing about that
Oh, wait, no,
microwave,
it's
it never
plus
stops.
level, isn't it? Plus level, so I'll be 3. Haha.
Torque. Anything specific you're looking for on the wolves? Just investigating them, checking them out?
Just any sort of like aberrations, I guess. Like anything that like would imply that they have some sort of supernatural influence about them at all.
Okay. Just make a general nature check then.
Some jerky, who knows? It was mainly a joke for Jack, but
that's step 2 of the investigation. Actually, is
to cure the wolf meat.
Yeah, I mean, like, we
Get some
already went to
pelts?
the trouble of killing them.
Oh, with a big 4. Nothing catches your attention. They just seem like wolves.
Oh, it looks safe to me, and I'll get to.
You start skinning them.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, I mean, you guys, if you really wanted to, you could salvage 4 wolf skins.
That's what I'm trying to do now. I got my hand axe out, and I'm doing some carving.
Okay. We're not talking dragon or anything here, so easy enough. You managed to get 4 wolf pelts if you want to.
What? I was promised
Inventory
dragon
those.
hide.
By who? Not me.
No, see, I said dragging hide. That's how I.
Why do I
That's
invite
just
you
how,
to
that's just how I
anything?
toughen it up.
All right.
This is
What are we
great. The
doing?
stream now has my face, but you guys don't.
Yeah, that's funny.
Oh, I literally added a webcam source because it wasn't connecting.
Oh, there you go. Oh, well. That's all good.
Yeah.
All right. So what are you guys up to now?
Well, the wolves are gone. I still think it's a little odd that they were out here at all, but maybe we should look around the grounds. Isaac, when you were looking around, did you notice any other buildings or anything of interest that we could maybe check out?
You know, I'm usually blind as a bat, but I have an odd suspicion that I did actually see a building on the other side of these trees.
Yeah, just so
That way.
the hedge that's beside you guys, it's about 5 feet high. If you kind of peek over it, you can see another building in the distance. It's just from quick glance, it appears to be more of like a house or a homestead as opposed to the brewery building. This would potentially be where the Maruna family themselves would live.
Seems worth investigating anyway. Can we get through these trees, or are we gonna have to go all the way?
I mean, if you walk over here, there's a gap.
Yeah, you can kind of poke through the gap there. I can always just
Ah,
move if you want,
yes. There we are. A small little.
but yeah, you can kind of.
Oh, I guess it's not that small.
Oh, you got something. You can see your screen there, Jeremy. Your task manager
What? Oh, yeah, it's over there. Whoops.
popping up in feed.
It's all good. It just means things are working.
All right. So the house, from what you can see, it's got a wooden porch kind of running most of the length of the front of it. And then kind of off to the side, you can see where the path kind of wraps around. You can see what appears to be sort of like a cellar door, like a storm door, heading below. The house is similar in construction to the brewery. Same kind of fieldstone look with wooden timbers. And you see multiple chimney stacks coming up out of the house. Another, like just one level, no upper floor. Again, there's no smoke coming out of the chimneys. There's no sounds. There's no activity. Everything seems to be strangely quiet.
Can I rat-a-tat-tat on the cellar door there?
Go ahead, if that's what you would like to do.
Oi!
Listen for a second.
Is it locked?
It is locked. There is a heavy chain that's actually around the lock, and then a big padlock on the chain.
Well, here I go breaking things again. Should I make an attack roll on the lock or the door?
I need to make a move action first.
Oh, I thought it was where Flick was, which is also where I am.
Yeah, it's kind of lagging a bit.
Oh. For me, you're like over here.
Updating.
You're like,
Isn't that where Flick is?
yeah.
Yeah, I'm stuck though. I can't move into the fog of war.
Oh, you need to move between the crack in the wall
Here, I'll move you guys up here.
over here.
Aha, there we are.
Hey, Flick, you've just appeared very, very quickly.
Oh,
You're a very stealthy individual.
Care to try your hand with those lockpicks again?
Third time's the charm, right?
You took the words out of my mouth.
That's a tree. For a total.
Well,
well,
third
that's
time is the three.
That's it. It's +7, so that's a 10 in total.
10. Okay. Fiddle with it for a second. Pops open.
Hot damn! I do know how to do this.
You'll have to show me how to do that someday. That seems very useful.
When you can do it right, it's fantastic.
Yep, that works.
Okay, so the padlock comes off. You're able to remove the chains, if you so wish.
Yeah, let's get those chains out of there.
We have whips and chains. Very exciting.
It's a sassy night tonight.
Whips and chains
Learning
do
so
excite
much
me.
today.
Please no. All right. So chains are off. Do you open it?
Does this seem like a heavy door?
Yeah, like a kind of like a heavy storm door. Like it's like a double door. It's like
Very
you know,
thick. Okay. Oh, okay. I got
very
you.
very classic like Wizard of Oz kind of like
Yeah.
big storm doors to the cellar kind of thing. Yeah.
Okay. Well, since I'm already kind of going with it, let's blow ye winds westerly, blow ye winds blow. Jolly southwestern boy, steady she goes, and whoosh, the door is open.
All right. Cast a gust.
Yep.
The storm doors. They can't handle a gale. A little bit of a breeze.
Not from the other side, they can't.
It blasts them open. They kind of clang to either side. And you see a short staircase leading down to rubble. Completely blocked in.
Well, that was worthwhile. That's kind of odd, too. That's generally not good. That's... The storm cellars caved in. Oh, boy.
Is there a corresponding like hole in the house? Like, where did the rubble come from?
Well, we'll have to investigate, I guess.
You can investigate the rubble if you want. You want to take a closer look at it?
Sure, I haven't rolled dice in a while. Hey, that's better. That is a solid 17 on the investigation.
Okay. So what you can tell is that this was not a collapse, but this was intentionally filled in.
Oh,
There's like score marks on the wall or something.
There's like rock and stuff has been like dumped down here and piled in. The walls kind of were dug out to cave this in. So somebody intentionally caved this in to block it off and then locked it.
They dug too deep.
and then buried it again.
Creature of shadow and flame. A Balrog.
Swords of no more use here.
All right.
All right. Well,
Got in our,
I guess
quota of Lord of the Rings quotes. So there we go.
Yeah, I think that tops up the tank for the rest of this campaign now. Actually,
I don't know about that. I
You
guess
got one
we'll.
more. You gotta keep it. You gotta save it. You gotta save it for a special occasion.
No way. Can
guess
crack
we'll-
out Lord of the Rings quotes any day.
We'll take a look at the door. What do we got here? Is this easily open? There's two doors, I think, isn't it? Double door.
It is a double door, and sorry, just a second here. So the doors are locked. These are very nice doors, and there actually is a. It looks like it's sort of a stylized crest, perhaps, like a nice M, kind of with a nice tree in behind it. That's on either door here, so that there's some care has been placed into the creation of these doors.
So this will be the family house then, for sure. Then, if that's most likely their crest.
That seems to be the case, yeah.
Branding strategy like that costs a little coin.
Yeah. Does this look like it? So you said it's like a very similar construction to the previous building, and it's one floor. Does this look like a rich, like well-to-do kind of house, or is it more of a like a cottage kind of thing?
It's not rich, but it is well made. Like it's pales in comparison to noble houses or anything like that you would see.
Okay.
But it is very very well made.
Upper middle class.
Yeah. It's got a cozy feel,
Nice
but
place.
well constructed. Yeah.
Reminds
And
me of home.
the porch you're standing on is like very very solid and sturdy as well. Like doesn't really creak that much. It's been well built.
Well, I guess we'll knock on the door. Might as well.
Okay. So you give it a knock.
Anyone
wait.
home?
You hear nothing.
All right, Flick.
All right, I'm assuming this bad boy is locked.
Yep.
It is locked indeed.
Getting pretty tired of that.
Pre-rolling my own lock picking.
All right, so that is a 15.
You're getting used to this now. Yep.
Told you I was getting warmed up.
Managed to unlock it. Do you open the door?
Hell yeah.
Do you get on the floor?
Everyone's doing the dinosaur.
Nobody's doing a dinosaur, but the door does open and reveals a very nice entry hall. There's a nice kind of welcome mat rug on the inside. You can see where, you know, there's some boot scuff marks and stuff. Stool off to the right to sit down. There's just pegs and hooks for hanging cloaks. There's cupboards kind of along the side, again, wardrobes for hanging clothes and outerwear, outer garments, and the like. You see a thick curtain to the right, and straight ahead there is another single door.
I wouldn't have to pick the curtain. I picked that one.
Little 20's been slow on me here.
Yeah, we can. I mean, we can just kind of like.
I want to move it for the reveal. Give me a second.
Flick, you want to like just slide your head under the bottom of the curtain and take a quick look.
Absolutely.
This is a door in front of me, right?
Yeah, there's a door there too.
Would it be alright if I tried to pick the lock ahead of time?
That door is not locked, actually.
Oh. Well, I'm very
Flick.
successful then.
You found the water closet, aka livery, aka the bathroom, aka the washroom. Whatever you want to call it.
Is that what livery means?
You not the toiletry. I don't know. You found a place.
The lavatory.
That's the word I'm looking for.
The privy.
So you see a small tub, a little bit of water kind of actually in the bottom still, and it's tidy. Probably the tidiest bathroom you've been in.
Well, we've been on a ship for God knows how long, so.
It's a low bar to clear.
Cool.
But even so you can see that there is, looks like there's a little bit of like puddles of water in the bottom of the tub.
But it's not dripping?
No, it's not dripping. Like there's no tap on it or anything. Like water would be brought in here and filled in. But inside the bottom of the basin, there's some pooled water still.
How old did we say that body was? 2 days, maybe?
Flick, I'll give you 1 gold if you drink that water.
I'm totally in for that.
I'll
Give me
watch
gold.
this.
All right, Flick, as you reach down to cup up some of the water, you see a chain, like a necklace chain, kind of in with the water, and a key.
Well, hell, I won't drink the key, but I will.
This key is silver.
Not even if we offer you another gold.
Well, we're going to have to put this into a lock at some point. It's up to you if you want to be doing on the retrieval party.
That's gross. Poop jokes.
Fair enough.
Potty humor. Excellent.
We are in the lavatory. You got to do it. Yeah, so I'll drink some bath water and say, hey, look what I found.
It's stale. Yeah, that
Eh.
was great.
I've had voice. Trust me. 3 days they went without water, just for fun. It was great. I loved those slavers. They were fantastic people. They treated me like garbage.
I'm glad that we know definitively what side of that arrangement you were on.
Just to
Nothing
hammer
else.
that one home. Yeah. Just in case Talon had any ideas otherwise.
Thank you for
All
putting
right.
our minds at ease.
So yeah, the other door from the entry hall was unlocked.
Abu, now that I've had a little repast, I will go join the others.
So wait, there was a key and
So it was like it was a key
on the
on
chain.
a like on a
it was
chain,
always
like
on the
kind of-
chain. Okay,
Yeah, so
okay.
it was very fine. The chain itself wasn't silver, just like maybe like a sterling steel. Very very fine, and then the key was hanging on it, like it
Okay.
would be worn by somebody. But it's left in the tub.
Is the chain worth anything?
Maybe like a few copper. It's just very simple itself.
Non-zero
more functional.
monetary amount. Fantastic. It's
Very
loot.
more functional than anything. Yeah.
It counts as loot.
I think as I hand flick the gold piece that he deserved, and he goes to leave, I kind of just swish my hand a little bit. And Eddie's in the water to the mouth of hell, and I'll just create a form of flick from the bathwater that'll spit at him on his back.
Oi,
That's gross.
man. After I drank that tub water and everything, you are some piece of work.
All right.
I like it.
I didn't see anything. I don't
Torque,
know what
are
you're
you-
talking about.
You open the door here. Are you taking the lead on that?
Yeah, I'll take point on that.
Okay. So you
Give
try
me
the
a
handle.
hold.
The door pushes open.
Unexpected, but I'll take it.
And you see sort of like a common room, more or less, on the other side. There's a nice bearskin rug in front of a small fireplace. It looks like somewhere to to kind of dry off, coming in out of the cold, out of the wet. Just a few barrels, odds and ends, kind of stacked around. A little bit of storage. There's another door up to the far right of the room.
Okay. I will go check the door on the right.
Okay. As you're make a perception check for me, actually, as you're approaching it there.
I will do no such thing. Just kidding.
Fine then.
That's an 18 perception.
18. You hear movement of some sort outside of the house from the wall to the north. Outside, it sounds like.
Oh no, they sent more wolves.
Bushes moving quickly and then stopping.
Is
So
that
there's a little there's a window there.
Hey, Isaac, you want to go close the door to this building?
All right. Click.
And lock it?
Well, I assume that was insinuated.
Okay. Just making sure.
Okay. So you're gonna run back to the door and close
I
it.
just run back to the door and lock it. I'm just kidding.
He locks it but doesn't close it. Somehow.
I could find a way.
All right, Torque.
He
Checking
puts
that
it-
door, the door is unlocked as well.
All right, let's
You are the doorman.
pitter patter. Why can't I move?
It's just it's
paralyzed.
lagging.
I'm paralyzed with fear.
Don't worry, you'll soon get at her.
Haha, pitter patter.
I am now in the room.
Okay. So this area seems to be kind of a hallway, more or less, common area. There's lots of like shelves and stuff kind of lining the wall closest to you. Flick, looking around the corner there, you can see chairs and kind of nice rug. Looks like more of a sitting area, kind of a common sitting area there. And there's various doors, a couple doors, and you see a curtain along one wall as well. On the far end of the hallway, there is a very large wooden chest.
So curtain to the
There's-
south, door to the
I've just
Also, a
bugged
writing,
into the other
writing
room.
desk.
I teleported somehow into the other room, just as a heads up.
Whoa.
Your powers are becoming too much for you to contain.
Let me pull you out of there.
My skills of locking and unlocking doors.
Whoa, what is going on? Man, roll 20 is being... Well, it's being roll 20.
I'm gonna stand here while you. There you go.
Oh, it's because that wall is kind of a half square. That's why.
Yeah.
That's why I did that. Oh well. That door is open anyways, so if you wanted to actually go into that room,
All right.
I won't stop you. So I'll just move that aside here. That's my bad. I put the wall. Kind of an awkward spot there, but
Yeah, I'm going to
Um,
investigate the room.
it is a very nice bedroom, presumably the master bedroom from the decor. You see a private little fireplace, another bearskin rug, nice double bed, a dressing table, desk, and a small chest. Nice little room.
I'm gonna open the chest.
The chest is locked.
20.
The chest is unlocked.
You're a little too quick on that draw with that 20 there, friend.
You got it, yeah. Remember what I said before, like, don't roll till I ask you to roll.
I got it on my phone.
So yeah, you unlock the chest.
I was watching I Need a Hero from Shrek on my phone during the
From
break, so I
Shrek?
muted my... I sent you the link in the Discord. So I muted my phone, so you don't hear the dice rolling at the moment. But just for posterity, roll d20 plus 6
I like how that song-
investigation.
That song definitely existed before Shrek, but now it's just the song
Wow.
from Shrek.
Oh, jeez.
My polite I'll roll again because I also rolled for investigation went from a 26 to a 7.
You
That's-
used up
is
all
that
your
for
luck on
the-
first one.
Oh, it's 24.
Wait.
Hey, get off of there.
Okay, what are
Yeah.
you rolling for?
That was just to investigate the room because I had actually rolled prior, but just because
Yeah, don't roll prior. Don't do it. I told you I won't count those. So, with a 7, yeah. It's
I
kind of
passively
overwhelming.
perceive more than I perceive by actually looking around.
There's a lot to kind of take in, so it's hard to know where to look. Actually, you're just kind of looking, like everything's like, oh, okay.
What was in the chest?
The chest is empty.
Well then,
Nothing worse than an empty chest.
Completely empty. Oddly empty.
for possibly no reason, I'm gonna steal one of their pillows.
Fair
I
enough.
mean, in their defense, they could have just like, you know, locked it but forgot to put anything in it first.
As you
I know
do.
I'm saying out loud, but sounds less likely.
They were locking the nothing away.
They just wanted people to think they had something expensive.
Yeah. Subterfuge.
It's not one of those false bottom chests, is it?
Make an investigation check.
I'm failing that.
Ooh, that is an 18.
It is not.
Oh, okay. Well, you know.
You do a really thorough investigation of the chest, and it is actually empty. There's nothing in it.
Okay. Nothing under the bed?
Make a perception check as you kind of lay down and take a look.
13.
13. Something catches your eye. Kind of reach under.
Something glistening
something-
or something
something like- Light glints off of something
like eyes.
No, not eyes. Like an
Okay.
object. There's an object.
Yeah. Let's grab that.
Okay. So you reach under the box or under the bed and you find a small box, almost like the size of like a snuff box. Easy enough to like, kind of get your hand around it, and it feels solid metal.
Okay, pull that out. Is there any lock or anything on that?
There's no lock, but it is like closed up tight, and there's a clasp on the front of it, but it's not locked.
Can I remove the clasp?
Yep. So as the clasp easily just like comes off.
Let's open that up.
Okay. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
There it is. I was like, he's gonna get me back for all those times he had to deal with something in my goblin dungeon.
No, I wouldn't do that.
Oh, that what was it? Con save?
Yeah.
3.
All right. You take 4 points of poison damage. You open the box and a puff just bursts out in your face. Oh, makes you cough. Yeah. The rest of you see like a little green.
Does it disperse quickly, or does it kind of
Pretty quickly, yeah. It's just
Okay.
it's like a small. I mean, it's a tiny little thing. It's hard to really.
Yeah, I don't need to like gust it away or anything.
No. But you're just like, oh, I'm glad I didn't inhale. Inside the box, there is another key. This one is made of iron.
Well, there we go.
And boom goes the dynamite.
I enjoy that reference. Passes it to the man. Shoots it. All right.
I takes it.
You might as well have that flick. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, you gotta breathe deep to get it totally down to the bottom of your lungs, and then it'll feel.
All right. What are you guys doing?
I still have a large chest to go open and get a snoot full of poison myself. I mean,
All right. You want to go investigate the large chest in the outer room there?
Mind the
Yeah.
chests. It might be poisonous.
I'll be super careful. I'm gonna. Is it locked? First of all,
It is not locked. No. It's very plain.
fantastic.
That's
I will
suspicious.
do. I will do an investigation check around it to see if there's any clues of it being trapped.
Go for it.
I was waiting for that trap. I'm like, we're just waltzing through this place.
Investigation 13.
It seems to be a fairly commonly used box from what you can tell. Lots of wear and tear on it, and
Oh, man, it's the-
nothing out of the
it's the
ordinary.
Linen chest, isn't it? I kick it open.
You open it,
Yeah.
blankets, throws, rugs. Yep.
Hot damn! I called it.
Just storage.
All right, I'm a little annoyed about that. I'm gonna peek behind this curtain to the south here.
Okay.
Oh, jeez.
On roll 20. Do 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 do. You find the kitchen.
Sweet. I'm assuming similar to everywhere else, it looks abandoned, but not too long ago, and not like
It
rotting
does.
food in
There's
here?
a couple of chairs knocked over. There are some. It looks like somebody was in the process of cooking something. There is a pot on the stove that kind of looks like just something has kind of like boiled over it and is like blackened. Looks like it was left. There's vegetable scraps and things like that that are kind of out on the cutting table. So it does appear that something was in the process of being made and then left.
Well, see, when I cook a meal, you clean as you go, so you don't have this problem. But anyway, it's a kitchen. Is there? This does not interest Flick in the slightest. There's also a door to the north. Yes.
There is.
Is there a wine closet?
Not that you have seen.
All right.
Maybe this is it. Is this door locked or unlocked?
That door is locked.
I will see what I can do.
You know, for living out in the boonies like this, these people sure are very incredibly secure.
Yeah, that's an 11 on the lock picking there.
Okay. Simple lock again, like most of the ones you've come across, and managed to pop it open.
So they're super paranoid, but they don't go the extra mile and buy the good locks.
Like my dad used to say, the only thing a lock keeps out is the honest people.
So inside you see another bedroom. This one, a single bedroom. This one has been emptied in a hurry. Wardrobe doors are left open. The bed is unmade. The sheets are and stuff are just kind of like thrown off to the side. Everything just kind of seems to be open, drawers open, and everything is completely empty.
Well, should we? Do you think it's worth checking this room? Like check under the bed, all that kind of stuff?
I mean, you got a fantastic face full of poison the last time you did that.
Well, you do it this time.
All right, I'll look under the bed.
Okay, make a perception check.
That is a 6.
No, nothing jumps out at you.
No
Take a
spiders.
look down and nothing.
Can I keep that small little chest I got?
The little metal box. Yep.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, would my passive investigation help me at all here? Because I'd rather not roll a 1 before I see if that does anything.
If you're just kind of taking a look around, is there anything specific that you would have been looking at as you moved into the room?
Well, that it's been left hastily, so kind of any tracks of what in particular was rummaged through, any directionality, any,
As you take a glance around the room, your eyes are kind of drawn to the small fireplace, and you can see just from your experience of things burning and exploding and whatnot, there are some charred pieces of paper, scraps of paper that seem to be maybe have been left behind after something was burned.
I'm gonna grab those.
Okay. Very carefully try to scoop them up. One of them actually just kind of like turns to ash as you touch it.
Yeah.
It's a very fine parchment, actually, like a really nice parchment. And you can see that something was written on whatever this was, but it's really hard to make out what the words or letters are. It's burnt, charred pretty good.
Oh.
But you get the impression that somebody tried to burn this, whatever it was.
Yeah.
Flick, since you're closest to the door, can I get you to make a perception check for me, please?
That would be a 3.
Uh-oh.
So kind of like when you're looking in the vat earlier, you kind of like thought you heard something.
Yeah, I'm totally second guessing everything at this point. It's like, I don't know what's real and what isn't anymore.
I will say you all noticed that while you've been in this house, you have not heard any laughter or anything odd like that.
There was the
Fairly
rustling
ordinary.
in the bushes outside. Have we?
You heard something outside, but nothing spooky.
If I recall correctly, we also found another key, correct?
We've got 2 keys now.
Yeah, we have all the keys as far as we know.
Yeah. I think we should go use those.
Yeah, I think that's the.
That is next on the
I think that
to-do
makes the
list
most
for
sense.
sure.
I'm going to, as carefully as possible, preserve those papers that I collected in. Yeah. So
Okay.
I have some ideas for later, but for later.
So Tayland, as you approach the front of the house,
Yes.
you see a figure standing outside the porch. Malkin, catfolk. Dark black fur, kind of hunched over, just kind of where the gate is, kind of peering at the door. You can see just through the cracks, actually. Oh, Isaac's going right outside. Okay. The figure just kind of startles back for a second and just stops.
Oh, I'm still behind Talon.
What? Not on my map. My map, you're outside the
Door
door.
right here.
Weird. On my map, you're like down here. Stupid roll 20. Anyway, so you see a figure standing outside. So this catfolk outside, and as you can exit, she seems to be female. She kind of guard up, claws out, teeth bared. Who are you?
Who are you?
Ahoy! We are a bunch of strangers, and we're investigating what might have happened here. Perhaps you may be doing the same?
Make a persuasion check.
Alrighty.
What I don't have is insight.
That is a 15.
Okay. She kind of looks you over for a second, lowers her guard a little bit. The family is gone. They not be back for 2 days now. Sometimes they will leave food for me outside, but no food come, so I come to see what happened, but she kind of looks like a little bit sheepish now, and like you get the impression now she's quite young, and she looks really scraggly looking. She's got, I am Mirka.
She's a stray cat folk that they've been feeding.
I live in forest to north. Do you have any food? I'm very hungry.
I have wine.
There's
No.
what do you like? There's apparently lots of food left in this place.
They would leave like jerky and meats and things for me.
We have some wolf meat.
No, I don't eat wolf meat. It's tough. Not very good. I tried to eat wolf before.
Back
Yes,
in the kitchen, did we see any?
Oh, if there's any meat in there, it's probably gone unless it's
So
salted.
There's a lot of
I was-
apples.
I was gonna say, did we see any preserves that we could share with her?
There might have been a few in there, yeah.
Salted pork.
Yeah, I'll scamper back around and collect some. What I can, I'll go look in the kitchen and see what I can find for her.
Okay. Seems to be very grateful. for that, and she just starts kind of almost ignoring you as she just like sits like right down on the ground cross-legged and just starts eating it.
Why are you here? You're not from town. I don't know you. I've not seen you.
Yes, well, it seems we had a bit of a run-in with some nasty cider, and came here to investigate why. Looks like something happened, something to do with some chuckling little invisible things.
Oh, you mean ghost?
Sure. Ghosts.
No, this ghost. The place is haunted. Has been for a long time.
Alright.
That was my inclination as well. I didn't want to vocalize it, but now that it's out on the table here, yeah, there's a ghosty living here. It's a ghosty of a child, yes. Someone who used to live here, child of the owners, maybe.
I don't.
Seems
No,
probable.
they not have any family members who died, but there is old graves across the river. Some old family or something used to live here, and old ghosts still hang around.
Well, yeah, they don't.
This usually don't cause much trouble. I've heard her a couple times by the well. If you go by the well, you can hear her laughing.
Yeah.
And Mr. Clifton said that inside, sometimes he would hear her in the brewery too, that she'd be laughing and running around. But she never hurts nobody, so they kind of just ignore it, and they got used to it. I think she just kind of is there. But the Graves is a spooky place. I don't go across the river. I don't like it over there.
Well,
like my
that sounds
first ever
exciting.
land.
That's on the to-do list now too.
You know, Flick, ghosts aren't known for their vulnerability to stabbing.
Yeah, but investigation of the formation or the burial of the poison, that might be important. If we can figure out how to
You thinking maybe we should try to communicate with the spirit and see if she can tell us what's happened?
if we can put her to rest, then maybe we can deal with the ghost problem once and for all. And
I doubt you can.
And suddenly we have a vacant brewery. I don't know.
The ghost might have seen what happened roughly 2 days ago. That might be the only witness that we have.
Priests from
That-
town. They came before to try and talk to ghosts, but she not talk back to them.
Yeah, but she's not. Priest from town isn't charming like me. Come on.
Maybe you're not so charming as you think.
She just
you,
says it
lady.
like no like malice in her voice. She just like says it like you get the impression that she has like zero filter. Meanwhile, she just says exactly what is on her mind.
Luckily, same with Flick. So it's more of a says you, lady.
You don't know what happened to Marunas.
No, that's kind of what we're trying to determine.
I not see Mr. Clifton in many days. He's very nice to me.
2 days?
Yeah.
Maybe 2-3 days.
So
Since I've seen anybody.
what are the
Nobody
morning
around
rituals?
here.
What are the morning rituals for your people? Just out of curiosity.
Oh, jeez.
But in the morning I usually go to river to
No,
bathe,
No, we're good. That's fine.
Yeah,
and then
Flick, shut up.
look, scout forest for anything I can find to eat. Then sometimes I come down here to see if food is left out for me, like this morning, and yesterday, and day before. But nobody here. Except for
Why
wolves,
do you?
so I stay away.
Why do you live in the forest?
It's sad to say. My family is not welcome in here. my grandfather was exiled, was sent away. And after he gone, people always look at us suspicious. They don't like us. They think that we stealing and lying and doing all kinds of things. So we fled to the woods. My mother, she died a few years ago, and then Mr. Clifton started leaving food out for me. I think he knew that we were out here, and he felt compassion, and he's been taking care of me sort of quietly since.
Do you know
And
why your
anyone left.
grandfather was exiled?
I was too young to really understand, but it's something to do with the Vale family. I know he got on their wrong side, and that is usually mean death, but they sent him away instead. Don't know where. Never seen him since. She's just kind of like picking at her claws and like kind of looking down, trying to like avoid eye contact with you guys. Just, like, looking really awkward now.
Well, listen, kid. There's no one using this house right now, so instead of living in the woods, you can stay in here until we figure out what the hell's going on around here. How's that sound?
But this Maruna house is their house.
There is nobody here. There is nothing. None of their
Once we
personal-
figure out where the Marunas have gone, we can figure it out. But until then, you may as well make use of it.
Exactly. There's no one in here right now. You might as well make use of it because
You see, she looks like torn by like the idea of like actually being able to live inside, and also there's like a deep respect that she has for the family because she's kind of like,
you know what? The place is a little messy. You could go inside and maybe tidy up a bit, and then pick an unobtrusive place for yourself to sleep, and wait for them to come back. How does that strike you?
If you think it's okay, I
If they have a problem with it,
would
we'll
be nice
speak on
to
your behalf.
not be in. Okay. But why are you here? Why you're not from town? You come to Maruna's. It's strange.
As I said, we had a run-in with some unsightly alcohol, and we're just trying to figure out why.
Well, cider.
'Cause-
I don't drink that stuff.
Because really, we think the Maruna cider is fantastic. Normally, we want to kind of clear their name because we don't want word of tainted cider getting around and sullying their good name in town. That doesn't seem right, does it to you?
No, they are very nice family, very well respected. People,
Exactly. They're nice. They're well respected. We don't want
yes.
anything to taint that, including apparently a bad batch of cider. We are out here to investigate what could
Okay.
have possibly happened.
I will take care of their house for them
Yes,
while they are gone.
definitely.
That I can do.
Take care of the house, make it spick and span. They'll be so happy to have a nice, clean home to return to, if ever they should return.
she looks sheepish for a second, is a word, and then she kind of,
You you came from away?
I'm from far away, kid. Don't you worry.
From not this island, right? You come from somewhere else.
Yes, quite far.
You see anyone like me on your travels? There's my grandfather, his name Florix.
Hey, I remember him. He's that crazy old man who was on the island.
You seen my grandfather? He's alive.
Hell yeah, he was a great guy.
He's doing okay.
Oh yeah.
Where is he?
Did he come? He didn't want to leave, did he? He didn't come with us.
No, he stayed.
He didn't come with us. He's exiled. He'd probably be shot or stabbed or hung.
You would recall
Yeah.
that he mentioned that to protect those he cared about, he wanted to stay.
Yeah.
Decided
Your
to stay.
papa, he knows that he is where he's supposed to be in order for you to be safe, and I'm sure he's doing that to take care of you.
That sounds like grandfather. It does my heart good to know that he is alive. Thank you.
It does my heart good to know that I took notes of all things.
And she's kind of like looking past you now, like into the house. It's looking really inviting at this point.
Yeah, come on in, kid. Make it tidy, make it beautiful. I can't wait to see how sparkling it's gonna be.
I would do my best, but
I'm sure you will. And I will
thank you.
sort of head gesture the rest of us out of the way to clear it, to sort of honor guard, let her go in.
Mr. Clifton would like you. He is very nice, and you are very nice and kind to Mirka too. Not too many people kind to Mirka, but you have shown kindness, and you may call me friend. I'm very thankful.
That makes me happy, Mirka. Now listen, we're going to investigate what happened to the Maruna folk here.
Okay.
I hope that we can have good news to bring back to you, but don't be surprised if we have some bad news too. All right, just be prepared.
I'm used to that. Mother died, grandfather sent away. Life happens.
And that single sentence, she seems far more mature for her age than you would hope for somebody so young.
There's definitely a bonding moment going on here. Yeah. Flick is world weary as well, so he just pat on the shoulder as she's passing inside.
Thank you.
You have to reach up to do it because she's a little bit taller than you. But
I was gonna say, pat, it'd be a little rude to get pat on the ass on the way through, but that's as far as I can reach.
All right. And she definitely makes her way into the house, and you see she actually like scampers in, and you just hear like a couple things like get knocked over, and she's like running excitedly into the house.
All right, gents, we've got some keys. Let's get that mystery opened.
Let's see what's behind door number 3.
All right, so you guys want to head back to the door.
Let's shall.
Do, 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 do.
And what room was the door in again?
It was the far left side, the west
Yeah, it's
side of the house.
the only part of the house that's all blacked out still.
Oh, yes. Wait. I seem to have lost track of everyone.
As you run back into the house, once again you hear the laughter and footsteps again. Maybe slightly less threatening now that you have a bit of an idea of who or what it is. Oh, what's going on? My roll 20 just froze on me. I have
Can't
to
seem
read.
to find where anyone else's icons are.
Yeah, I think Roll20 just
So
momentarily.
I find it's happier if you actually navigate through the doors for some reason. Like if you don't go through the light blocking walls. It's,
Oh yeah, no, I'm checking all the rooms right now. Inside the
It's okay. Just hang out by the door there, and we'll say you guys are there, even if.
Unfortunately, I may have to call it night soon as well.
Yeah, we'll wrap it up. So I'm assuming, Flick, that you're going to
insert
try
the
the other
keys
two
and
keys.
clickety click, Barbara trick.
Okay. So as you put the so you have the iron key and the silver key. The iron lock is in the middle, and the silver is on the bottom. Which key do you want to put in first?
The middle one first.
Okay. So you put the iron key in. So again, turns about a quarter turn and then stops and then sticks in place. Won't come out.
Awesome. Then the bottom key.
Okay, the same thing. Quarter turn, stops.
All right.
And as that one stops, you hear a click
Mhm.
on the top lock.
I was gonna say try the top one again now.
Turns all the way around, locks in place.
All right, and then moving down.
Same thing, turns all the way around, turns all the way around. The door kind of, little puff of dust as it kind of opens, and you get the feeling this door hasn't been opened in a long time. Kind of opens with a very quiet but kind of lasting. It reveals a narrow landing on the other side. There's looks like a pedestal off to one side with an ever-burning candle sitting on it. The candle just doesn't seem to have burned down at all, but the light is just constantly flicking.
For the
air
record,
in
yoink.
here, as the door, the candle, you try to grab the candle, it doesn't move. It's actually seems to be secured somehow and won't come up. The air in here is frigid, and the stairs, you can actually see the stairs. It actually looks like there's frost covering the stairs. And they go down, down, down. You just see blackness, darkness ahead of you.
Is it on a plate on the pedestal?
No, it's sitting like just sitting like it's fat candle sitting right on this pedestal, and you try to pick it up and it like can't budge it.
Can I make an Arcana check to see if I know if I can / if I like cut off just like the millimeter that's touching the pedestal, it will remove / not break?
Sure.
Not bad.
Your understanding is that there's some extremely potent magic at work here. You get the feeling this candle is more than a candle as well, that it is an ever-burning candle, but there's something else to it, and you sense some other magical essence. It's odd. There's multiple magics at play here, but removing it is probably not likely.
All right. I'm going to propose to the group that I cast Detect Magic and get a bit more understanding of this. If anyone has any issues with that.
No, go for it, dude.
All right.
That is your bag.
10 minutes and cast Detect Magic as a ritual.
Okay. You sense that the candle being more than a candle has to do with it functioning as an alarm of sorts as well, as a motion detector, if you will.
That's fantastic.
It's meant to be stationed here to give light, but also to sense the presence of somebody, something. You're not sure exactly what, like whether it's anchored towards you coming in or something else. But there's definitely a that kind of magic tied to
Would
the
a
candle and
cast
the
of
pedestal.
Identify give me more information on what direction it's trying to alarm against?
I'll say, yeah, sure. If you want to use it that way.
Well, just
Using enough of your magic sense,
I'd cast Identify on it, yeah.
it's definitely kind of sensing the just the platform right in front of it, but it seems to be more towards the door. Its function seems to be that to sense when the door is opened and if somebody comes through.
Okay. I'm going on the hunch, guys, that this is more of a keep you in than, yeah.
I'm getting that feeling too.
All right, and we will stop
Oh,
right there.
if
the top
only
of the
we were
stairs.
level 3. Because that
Well,
would really
you know-
help me right now.
Funny enough,
Yes!
you guys can level up.
Oh!
Sweet.
It's level 2. So
Oh, hot damn.
let's say we do
Alright.
1 at 1 and 2 at 2.
Yeah.
So you guys can go ahead and level up.
Which means
I
I'm
can't wait
going to
till we
be
do
getting
20 levels at level 20.
Well,
sessions.
I'm not going to keep it at that pace, but just at
Jeez,
first,
let me
yeah,
double
leveling up
check.
fast is better. So we will end it there, as the mystery of the missing Marunas, yay for alliteration, deepens, and
All
as
right.
you have more to
Yes.
explore.
I look forward to it.
It also means
Alright.
I get significantly more gadgets, and every rest I can change them finally.
There you go. All right,
Oh,
well done, guys.
yeah.
That was some good wolf fight too. You showed those wolves who's boss.
They
It's
were
over before it
so dead.
I'm really happy
so
that
dead
I
they're dead.
picked that spell over that crossbow over the shocking grasp.
Yeah.
That really paid dividends there.
All right, so that is a wrap for episode 3.
Yeah.
For those who tuned in to watch, thank you for joining us. And if you're watching this on VOD, thank you for watching as well. And we will see you in 2 weeks when we stream episode 4. And as our party of
Yes.
intrepid adventurers investigate the cold, mysterious cellar of the Maruna Brew. Have a good night. See you next time.
Yeah.
Night night.